Yo guys, what is going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be running through the top 10 weapons or class setups in Warzone. As always, I'm not going to waste your time and make this like a 30-minute video. I'm going to make it nice, quick, simple. There's timestamps as well so you can skip forward to any specific part. But let's get straight into this. Hit that sub button, please. Drop a like, all that stuff. First one is the Cold War AK-47. Now I'm going to give you two classes for this, which is literally just one little change, and it depends on what you really want. So this right here is a close range class, or if you want to, you can take the Microflex LED off and put on a SUSAT multi-zoom, and it will automatically become a long range class instead. The AK-47 at the moment has one of the fastest time to kills at close range and long range, and it is just an absolute amazing weapon, so if you haven't used it yet, go ahead and do so. Next up we have the Modern Warfare MP5. This is a hipfire specific build and this is probably my favourite SMG at the moment. This is literally my main SMG that I've been using lately and it's insane, especially on Rebirth. The hipfire is so good, it's perfect if you guys are a nice rushy player. I like to rush buildings and this literally is my best friend. When it comes to weapons, when it comes to close range SMGs, this thing is literally my go-to and I absolutely love it. We've got the Merc Grip, the 5mm laser for the hipfire accuracy, we've got the 45 round mags, we've got the mono integral barrel, and then we've got the stock for increased mobility. Next up we have the Bullfrog, which is probably one of the most underrated SMGs in Warzone at the moment. This is literally perfect for clearing out squads because you get 65 bullets, which is just an absolute ton of bullets, and it doesn't even decrease your mobility. The mobility on this class is through the roof, and it's honestly one of my favourite weapons for Rebirth as well because you can literally clear out a whole entire squad with literally one magazine and you don't even have to reload. Most of the attachments on this class, apart from the magazine, all increase the mobility, so the mobility on this class is literally incredibly high. Next up we have the Mach 10, which is another SMG. Quite a few SMGs in this video just because at the moment SMGs are just really powerful in Warzone at the moment. There's quite a lot of good ones and this right here is another really good one. This is actually the highest mobility SMG in the game at the moment, and this class here specifically is just really nice when it comes to fast-paced gameplay and getting a lot of kills, especially once again on Rebirth. This thing is really good for Rebirth. I don't see that many people use the no stock, but it's really good because it increases the sprint to fire time, so after you're sprinting it allows you to fire faster and it's going to give you a big upper hand when you get into gunfights. Next up we have the Modern Warfare M4A1. This thing's just so underrated at the moment. I don't really see that many people using it, but it really has kind of stepped into place after the newest like Krig nerf and stuff like that. So if you haven't used it or tried this in a while, I definitely recommend you guys using the M4A1. It's nice to see some Modern Warfare weapons coming back, and this is definitely one of the best at the moment, so I would really recommend you guys giving it a go. Next up we have the AUG, which did receive a little bit of a buff in the most recent update. The titanium barrel on this got an increase to the fire rate, so it's going to have a faster time to kill than it used to, and overall this is a really nice class. It's got really good range, really good damage, and really good accuracy as well. So these are the attachments you want to use for this. Honestly, I've been using this a lot lately and I just absolutely love it. With the new titanium barrel buff, you don't really need to put any other barrel on it. It doesn't need an increase in range, so the titanium barrel is perfect because it increases the fire rate, increases that time to kill, and it just makes it crazy. So you can either use the Axle times or you can also use the SUSAT multi-zoom. It's up to you what sight you use. At the moment, I prefer the Axle 3 times. The next weapon in this video is going to be the Stoner 63, an incredibly underrated weapon in my opinion. This thing is literally insane. It has not really that much recoil, and these attachments here are definitely some of the best attachments you can be using. This class right here gives it great accuracy, great range, great mobility, and overall it's definitely one of the best ones. You don't need a grip on this because it's already really accurate, so instead I would recommend putting on a rear grip to increase the mobility. Next up we have the ffar, which did get a small nerf quite recently, but I still think this weapon is still very good. Definitely one of the top assault rifles at the moment. Very accurate class, one of the most accurate assault rifles in the entire game. If you struggle with hitting your shots, this class right here is literally built for you because it hardly has any recoil, and it's definitely one of the most accurate classes you can be using. By the way, quick note, if you see any of these classes with the axle 3 times, you can also use the SUSAT multi-zoom instead. A lot of people have been using the SUSAT lately because it definitely is a really nice sight. Lastly on the video, we have the long range XM4, which I've been using quite a lot lately, and I absolutely love this class. It does have a little bit more recoil than you're probably used to with assault rifles, but it has a really nice time to kill, and overall, if you can get past the recoil and if you can control the recoil nicely, you're going to be absolutely frying with this. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you like straight to the point, quick content like this, make sure to hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.